You know, when you become mature and an adult and you say you mean what you say, be mindful who you role play with. I say that respectfully because folks take to take things a little too far. And then when someone speaks up, they dead wrong. But be mindful who you role playing with. When you allow someone in your inner circle, and I say that respectfully, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself and no malicious intentions. I actually appreciate your time to the genuine ones. I actually hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. That is totally fine. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. You matter and you're worthy. I love language that's truly relatable, allowing you to choose yourself to go within. They would never understand your existence. You wasn't doing it for likes and views, let alone cloud chasing. You was far from being thirsty. You knew how to respect your neighbor. You wasn't running from your past, understanding your vision. When it came to your reality, understanding your worth. When it came to confidence, you didn't get lost in your words. Being misunderstood, of course they gonna judge you. Understanding self-control, when it came to peace, finding and go within. Understanding self-awareness, not to self-destruct another day. Becoming your worst enemy, you went within to actually heal yourself, to realize you are worthy to overcome what you've been through. They would never understand how you show up for you. That love language hits different. Truly meaning what you say, actions speak louder than words. You ain't have to be something that you truly wasn't. You didn't have the energy harvest off innocent people's energy, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Let alone hold on 1 second. Let alone you didn't have the destiny swipe for nobody because it was truly within you, truly being favored, an existence that they would never relate to. It's how you truly fall from a hater. The energy is different when you truly go within. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. They say practice makes perfect when it comes to your world. They would never understand it was a challenge every single day to go within, to better yourself, to truly heal. Because actions spoke louder than words. You wasn't trying to dim your light, let alone catch a case. You wasn't running from your past. You understood your reality when it came to balance, to truly go within. Always be yourself with no malicious intention. I say that respectfully. That healthy love looks good on you today. You ain't have to take notes to be somebody you truly wasn't, because you truly went within. You understood confidence to be your authentic self, to relate to your love language. You was truly the blessing. When they try to project drama on you, it was truly one-sided. But you understood your worth, to find peace within, to better you. You didn't give up on yourself another day. They put you in competition, but you wasn't their issue. They lacked self-awareness when it came to clarity, when it came to change, awareness. Hold on 1 second. I ain't signing up for this, neighbor. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't understand why you truly understand your favor. What God installed within you. When you don't worship the devil, they don't play with spoken in a toxic way, your soul ain't for sale, that energy is different. When they don't understand how you self-reflect the goal within, to understand and maintain your smile. When it came to balance, it was truly a challenge, not to overlook yourself another day. You matter and you're worthy. You matter and you were worthy. Even when they sat there and said that you was whack, you was corny, you was a nobody, you truly a lame. And only to realize, you realize you wasn't the same because you wasn't trying to fit in and project pain. The energy is different when you knew how to respect your neighbor, not to cause chaos and confusion, disturb their peace. You was only moving accordingly. My content is not for everybody. It's not. They say with growth when it comes to maturity, it's truly going within. Overcoming spell work. They would never understand your existence. What truly happened to you that day. They try to put you in a straight body jacket with a doctor notes attached to it. The lies that they told on you to diagnose your pain. You never had a diagnosis. The energy is different. They just wanted to label you with pain. Or because you knew how to be your authentic self, they said that you was doing too much, speaking up. when you was just trying to better yourself when it came to your health. How they tell you to get your life together, get it right. But then when you start doing it, they want to dim your light. When your dreams become your reality, going within to love yourself. When your dreams become your reality, loving yourself to go within. Confidence is looking good on you today when you understood balance. You didn't have to put someone in competition because you wanted everybody around you to truly elevate. You know how it feels for folks to overlook you, not to support you, let alone show you respect. They show you respect behind closed doors, but they would never approach you. You showed up for folks that you didn't even know. But God works in mysterious ways God works in mysterious ways because God saw what they was doing behind closed doors. Projecting pain, it wasn't an even exchange. When they try to dim your light, all because of fame. Neighbor, 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 hi, neighbor. Neighbor, 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 hi, neighbor. Hold on 1 second, they tried to dim your light. Hold on 1 second, they tried to dim your light. Hold on 1 second, they tried to dim your light. They can't duplicate the original, the one that truly has favor. They try to dim your light because you understood your existence when it came to that beautiful, beautiful heart that you have within. You do have a beautiful heart. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. How you can show love and respect to everybody. But folks will point the finger at you to paint you out to be the bad guy. When they can't walk all over you or disrespect you. So they gotta play you close, act like they like you, or they actually for you. Or I'm doing my healing journey. Do you actually hear me? Because folks didn't hear me when it came to my past. So they gotta walk into you like to manipulate you. To turn your smile into a frown. Because they don't want your dreams to come true. They truly see you with potential. And they point you out to be the issue. But that was never the case. When they said that you was a copycat, you understood self-control. Hold on 1 second. I ain't gotta be somebody I'm truly not. The energy is different. I mean, you ain't gotta be somebody you're truly not. If you just knew how to respect your neighbor, that energy is different. And you truly fall from a hater. He would never understand your true existence. That you wasn't trying to be like nobody else but you. That love language being true. That self-worth, hold on 1 second. You didn't get lost in your words another day because you wasn't the issue. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. It's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. Loving yourself is not a crime. You took a minute today to reintroduce yourself, realizing, hold on 1 second, I came a long way. I overcame so many obstacles. I didn't have to do it for likes and views or on cloud chasing. I understood my point of view. Actions spoke louder than words. I wanted to maintain my smile, not to see myself frown another day, regardless who gave up on me or overlooked me during my journey. Allowed me to love me, not to give up on me. I'm very so much thankful I could be my authentic self. The energy is different. You matter, you're worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. I'm not here to love respect. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Never allow someone to project fear in you because you know how to be your authentic self. They try to threaten your life right to left because they don't want you to actually grow when it comes to true understanding of self. You understood where you came from when it comes to your upbringing. But you wasn't allowing that to hold you back another day to understand that, hold on 1 second. I am in existence to myself even when I didn't believe in myself. Overlooking me another day, it doesn't live within me. The energy is different. Patience love is the most healthiest love to operate out of, to understand your point of view. You are worthy. When they overlooked you, they didn't know how to respect you. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. That is totally fine. I'm not here to genuine love respect. I took time to the genuine ones. Have a safe remaining year. Have a safe remaining evening. Have a safe remaining weekend. Have a safe remaining week. You matter, you're worthy. Don't give up on yourself because someone is projecting fear because you know how to be your authentic self. Relating to your love language, you didn't have to cause chaos and confusion to disturb your neighbor's peace. You was just choosing you. Their eyesight got blurry, all because they understood your existence, that you was truly somebody, and they couldn't elevate to be who you truly was. So they had to dim your light to project pain, have ill intentions, not to see you grow when it comes to elevation. But God said, no, not today. They said, I'm about to have your back against the wall. What you gonna do now? Where's your God at now? I thought you worshiped God. What happened? I'm here manipulating you, disrespecting you, putting hands on you right to left. I'm even in the background doing things that your good old God couldn't stop me from. Yeah, I manipulated this person, that person, just to get your info, to size you up. I act like I knew you and I didn't even know you. All because you showed me respect. And I never wanted to get to know you. Because I didn't like you, I hated your guts. Because I always knew that you had potential. And I put you in competition because you was my issue. And only to realize why you keep elevating when I throw spork at you. This type of stuff happens every single day to an innocent person that's just trying to elevate. And you truly believe in yourself, getting discouraged, you're mad and you're worthy. Getting discovered wasn't part of your plan. Elevation looks good on you today. It does. Even when they try to put you in secret competition, even when they lied on your name, making fake pages just to play you close, acting like they so invested in your time and day, to paint you out to be the bad guy, the villain, they story. But it was truly one-sided. They swear up and down you talking about them. But their hands showed themselves for existence. They mask fell off. It wasn't an even exchange. That, hold on one second. You mean to tell me y'all all haters and y'all was bothering an innocent person because they understood their faith? My content is not for everybody. Even if you don't make sense and you're not trying to hurt somebody, you may not make sense to someone that's not for you, but you make sense to the people that's truly for you because respect is a two-way street. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Thank you for your time on night, genuine respect. Peace and respect, so respect your neighbor. Stop the violence, humanity worthy. Understanding your love language when it comes to your vocabulary. Didn't get lost in your words. Being restored to understand that you was worthy to heal, not to become your worst enemy. They don't understand how you manage that smile. Even when they try to go up against you, to see you frown. You are so brave, you are so strong. When they try to do you wrong, all because you had confidence. You was beautiful, you was handsome. They didn't want you to see your They didn't want you to see your uniqueness. Even when you couldn't get it together, you found peace within. Actions spoke louder than words when you truly held the goal within. Everybody's journey is not the same, but you matter, you're worthy of choosing you to understand your existence. My content is not for everyone. You know, when an innocent person is not doing it for likes and views, and they don't look at nobody like competition, they truly respect their neighbor with no hidden agendas. The innocent person that understood growth. Hey, neighbor, 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 I'm not running from my past. I'm not. But you're trying to throw my past in my face, to humiliate me, disrespect me, to make me feel like, hold on one second, I was the problem. But I understood growth and why certain doors in my life was closed for all the right reasons. I didn't reject me another day, regardless to who went up against me, who didn't know how to love me or respect me. Thank you, God, for letting me see I am worthy. The energy is different when you truly go within. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. I have a question. If you're a fake page, please don't answer. Because I know somebody's watching me right now. I have a question. If you have a child that you love, because some people don't love their children. Some people wear a mask to act like they're there for their children. But you have those stand-up men and women who acknowledge their children. If you knew and found out that a community was going against your baby, how would you actually feel to know that? That you can't protect your baby at all times, regardless of where they at. And you know that your child's independent, and you know they want to incite their own self at their own free will. And only for that baby to be gang stalked because of the fact that you created a beautiful gift. Smart, loving, caring. And he didn't have to have malicious intentions. All he was doing was being an authentic self. How would you know to feel that when your child walks outside, that would be the last time you ever hear from your child? All because of the fact that of jealousy and envy. Because you created, you and who you dealt with at the time, or who you're still with, y'all created a self-reflection of yourself. And someone wanted to hurt the self-reflection of you. All because someone has personality. Someone was gifted, talented, unique, and different. And they wasn't trying to hurt nobody. No mother or father should have to get a phone call. Especially the parents that actually love their children. Not the ones in the corner that's faking. Because there's a lot of pranksters. There is. Oh, that's my baby. I love my baby. Yeah, all right, whatever. But the real ones, and I say this respectfully, it didn't matter if he was incarcerated or not, but you still showed up for your child. You may have had a falling out with your child, but you still showed up because that was your child. You may not agree with your child, but you still showed up for your child. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. That love that you created, a bond with your child. And for someone to have the nerve that be a hater to psych your own child their own free will because of an existence that you created. It's not right to get a phone call because of what you created. And out of jealousy and envy and hate, that's what it resulted to. It resulted because someone couldn't be their authentic self. Someone tried to destiny swipe with somebody. Someone even tried to destiny swipe with somebody. That was your baby. They even tried to steal your baby's inheritance. That's your baby. All because of hate and jealousy and envy. Did it matter what environment that child was raised? No, it did not. And your baby wasn't even trying to hurt nobody. They was just going from point A to Z. They was taken as a threat. Because your unique beauty from your eyes, your dimples, your nose, your lips, your uniqueness created a gift that you and someone else collaborated with and said, you know what? We're going to bring a child into this world. It doesn't matter the circumstances. That's your baby still. No mother or father is deserving of a phone call because of jealousy and envy, regardless if it's a little boy or a little girl. And I say that respectfully. And even if your child is spiritual and truly gifted, you are not deserving of that phone call because someone didn't understand self-control. Someone didn't understand the self-awareness of their own self-worth, that they was worthy of being themselves. They wanted to steal your baby's identity when it came to their looks, when it came to their character traits. Imagine just being a mother or father and you raise your child right. Even if your child has their days when it comes to their behavior, you know your child. And your baby wasn't having an identity crisis. And you saw within seeing certain character traits, regardless if it was a friend or associate, you may have not known this person that came into your child's life. And then you started seeing little things like, hold on one second. Why is this specific person trying to act like my baby? It was a red flag to you. It's one thing when you have that brotherly bond, that sisterly bond with somebody, but when someone is doing a little bit more than what they're supposed to. And then you start to see the envy and the jealousy and the hate. Something that you didn't choose for your child. You didn't sign up for that. And only to realize this whole entire town, to realize this whole entire time. Wow. Someone truly wanted to make your baby frown when it came to their own existence because someone was having an identity crisis. Someone didn't understand self-control. Someone did not understand confidence. But your baby didn't lose control. It should be no reason why your child is getting jumped on by a group of people or getting beat up by somebody because someone lacks self-control. Because of something that you created and you loved and you showed up for and you didn't give up on. Someone played their role so well in your child's life. So well. They even convinced you that they was for your child. But then you started seeing little red flags like, hold on one second, something is not adding up. Then you whisper in your baby ear like, listen, be careful. I can't put my finger on it right now, but be careful. It went from the smallest things. Someone being jealous of your baby's hair, so they gotta cut your baby hair. That's jealousy and envy and hate. Because your baby has beautiful hair. They accidentally, supposedly, bleached your child something, clothes. They make people go against your own baby. So folks won't look at your child as the light of the day. When they maintain everybody's smiles. You know how when your child goes into a room, you be like, damn, I ain't know. I ain't know you know all these goddamn people. Everybody want to see you. You ever took your child to a birthday party and everybody was happy to see your child? Your child didn't mean to overshine the party, but it just happened and they wasn't trying to hurt nobody, because this type of stuff happens. It does. And that prevents a child from not going to certain events. It's your party, it's your shine. Go ahead, have a good time. I'll catch up with you another time. I don't gotta deal with the chaos and confusion, let alone the drama. Some people go through that. They do. But it became the norm. And it's not the norm. For someone to put their hands on someone, it's like on their own free will. Because they are beautiful, they are handsome. A creation that you created. Even if it was by accident. No, for real, I be happening sometimes, it's okay. But you knew to protect your baby. That was your baby. And I mean by accident, is the one that you was involved with. That you actually had a bond in a relationship. I'm not talking about a stranger. I don't mean no disrespect. A mother and a father teaches their children to get along with everybody. And I say this respectfully, because no parent is going to put in a child's mindset when from the kindergarten stage point of view, they're telling a child to go into the classroom, oh, don't talk to this person, don't talk to that person. You're not doing that to that baby until something actually happens. For you to reevaluate your life, hold on 1 second, I have to remove my child out of this classroom, because why is my child coming home with bruises? Did it matter what grade they was in? No. When someone goes to school, they're supposed to feel safe. And the parent, when they drop their child off to school, they're supposed to feel safe with the conscience and knowing, okay, I left my child in a schoolhouse and knowing that they were safe when I got them there from point A to Z, what happened today? Someone decides to spit in your child's lunch. That's really disrespectful. Because someone had hidden agendas. They didn't have lunch, so they had to move dysfunctional. This type of stuff happens when you least expect it. Or they have to take a whole group of kids, a whole group of people, to go up against your baby. Because of what you buy your child. Doesn't matter how old they are. No. Doesn't matter how old they are. That's what you bought for your child. You wanted your child to wear it. So you send them off to the schoolhouse. And by you sending them off to the schoolhouse, it was a group of kids. Did it matter what age they was? No. Because that's your child that you sent off to that schoolhouse. Only to get a phone call, your child got a bloody nose and they could fight. But it took 10 people to go against one person. What a vision. Hold on 1 second. You couldn't even pay attention. Because you're so in fear. You don't even know what's going through your mind right now. You want to knuckle up with everybody and get truly crazy. Because someone tried to hurt your baby. Where's your mom's, where's your pops at? That's all you was trying to do was move accordingly. And they painted you out to be the bad guy. All because you loved your baby. Well, if you didn't dress your child like this, that probably wouldn't have happened to your baby. Hold on 1 second. Excuse me? Excuse me? Since when? So you mean to tell me I send my child to the schoolhouse to get jumped by other children and their peer group, and because someone is jealous because your child is handsome, your child is beautiful, they may be talking to the most popular kid in the school, walking around. Or they have their own little group of people that they hang out with. They call them nerds. They call them slow, stupid, and retarded because they in a small setting class. Everybody's situation is different. But that's still your baby. Regardless if it's a small setting class, regardless of what group your child decides to engage in. And these group of kids is good kids. They don't try to cause no hate or harm towards innocent people, let alone they not a bully. They truly respectful, regardless of their upbringing. It's some of them that never was taught respect, but they still knew how to respect people. Good day, bad day, had misunderstanding day, but hold on one second. When it came to your baby, oh, because they tied they shoe differently. They wanted to project pain. It wasn't an even exchange. Or because your baby had a beautiful smile, something that you created. Because you have a beautiful smile. You're running your genes, something that's truly beautiful. It may have missed a few people, but hold on one second, it didn't overlook you. No, I'm just saying. You may have a beautiful smile. You may have beautiful dimples. You may have beautiful eyebrows that's just truly naturally and thick. You may have a beautiful nose. And you didn't have to do any surgery to understand your vision. You may have beautiful eyes. You may not have to have a double chin. Or you probably did. But you still was beautiful in your own way. And you created something to bring into this world. And the last thing you would ever want someone to do is hurt your baby because of what you brought into this world. My content is not for everyone. You trying to figure out why your baby keep getting sick? Why they in school? Only to realize the next little kid that don't like them, trying to paint them out to be the fool. Like, yeah, they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's up. They was in the background, bothering your baby, playing with Spork in a toxic way, so your baby could get bent out of shape to lose self-control. This type of stuff happens when you least expect it. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. But no mother or father should have to endure bullyism because someone doesn't have self-control. And I hate to say this, but it's real. It doesn't matter about your upbringing, about what parent was in the household or not. There's individuals that didn't have somebody in the household, didn't show them the type of guys, that didn't protect them or let them love them or show them love. Or a child probably did never hear "I love you." But they still had manners. They still had manners. They still had manners. Because I'm pretty sure there's some children that you know of and you're fully aware of about their background, their upbringing. And you'd be like, dang. They so respectful. They so kind. If you was able to have chose their parents, you probably would have changed it for them. To understand time. But because someone comes from a household that's truly broken, everybody's not the same when it comes to disrespect, and I say that respectfully, to project on an innocent person. Because I'm pretty sure your children has friends that have been abandoned, the lack of love, folks probably on drugs, incarcerated, maybe not even able to tell their story today. But that baby is a very respectful person. And your heart warms for that child in the most healthiest way. And they don't look at your child as a hater. They don't look at your child as a threat, because they fall from a hater, regardless of their upbringing. Because some children, when they come from a household, they act out of hate and jealousy and envy. So it doesn't matter if a parent was in a household or not for someone to have these type of intentions. And I say that respectfully. Somebody could have had a mother and a father in a household, but they still turned out to be that hater, that envious person, to play with spoiler in a toxic way, energy harvesting, trying to destiny swipe, try to play with someone's intentions, paint them out to be somebody he truly wasn't, when an innocent person wasn't trying to catch a case. Oh, because of jealousy and envy. It was truly real. But that person wore math so well, certain folks couldn't tell. Until at the end of the day, the mask fell off, it wasn't an even exchange. I say this respectfully, and especially if you're a first-time mother or father. Jealousy, envy, and hate, that's something that you can't control when it comes to when your child goes out into society. But the last thing you will ever want is to get that phone call because someone's mask fell off and they had ill intentions towards your baby. You are not deserving of that. You're not. And I say this respectfully. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. You don't have to have kids to have sympathy. You don't have to have kids to have common sense. And I say that respectfully. Respect is a two-way street. My content is not for everyone. But no mother or father is deserving of that phone call. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And it's sad to say that when certain individuals can't get to you because you may be truly protected, they will go for your baby. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a child. That's playing with spell work. You'd be so surprised when it's an adult, and that's even more disrespectful. Because why you don't have common sense? Why you have so much hate and envy within you that you want to project this on a baby? They want to play with spell work on you. Doing beauty magic or whatever the case may be. You're trying to figure out your train of thought, what's going on with you. When they realize it's not working or whatever they trying to do towards you, they're like, oh, well, it's not working. Don't they got a kid? Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, yeah. Let's get the baby. They ain't gonna know it's us anyway. You could just walk past somebody, and because you tie your shoe differently, someone doesn't like your confidence, someone doesn't like your growth. They could be watching you within the community, the car you drive. Somebody probably went into your household, and they talked about how your household looked, how they said, oh, you think you better than somebody, the way you upkeep yourself in the most healthiest way. This type of stuff happens. It does. And it's not right. And when you're not educated about it, you will not understand the light. So when someone is experiencing it, you will look at them like they're crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Until you endure it yourself. And then you realize that, hold on 1 second. I overlooked my neighbor, but I heard them, but I overlooked them. And they didn't have to hurt nobody. My content is not for everyone. It's not. It's not. It doesn't matter if you're fighting for custody for your child right now. You may have one child. You may not have the other child. The other child may be in another household, but they're fine and safe. You'd be so surprised who's doing spell work on you. just to divide your household, cause chaos and confusion in your household, all because you believed in your faith to protect your baby. You couldn't protect your baby every minute, every second. You drop them off to school, you thinking that they're safe, only to find out a teacher's doing spell work in a toxic way. Your baby coming home crying, not understanding their pain. They don't want to go back another day. And you trying to figure out what's going on. But it's things you couldn't relate to, understanding what was truly going on. You get down to the schoolhouse, they telling your child, when you're supposed to be the parent, that they need to be evaluated. Only so they could diagnose your baby with hidden intentions. Or because someone wanted your baby to live in fear. Or because someone projected on your baby. They said that your baby would never be the same. So now they want to diagnose your child. Label them this diagnosis, that diagnosis. Hold on one second. I never understand none of these diagnoses. Never even heard of them before. What is going on? Only to find out you asked God to send you a sign, giving you clarity, how to help your baby when you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. And God restored your baby and removed any attachments that was trying to project evil onto your baby. It was removed when you least expected. And you didn't have to play with spell work in a toxic way to move uncomfortably. You was moving accordingly, asking God to heal you, to show you the way when you least expected. Reject the pain. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. When you can't control your child looks, the most scariest thing to know is when your child feels uncomfortable being their authentic self because of their looks. They know who they are. They know that they're beautiful. They know that they're handsome. But when they're being bullied and folks are trying to humiliate them or doing sport or whatever the case in the most toxic way, and they understand their beauty, and you're not understanding why your child don't want to show up. This is really real. People hide, certain people, they hide from themselves because of bullyism. And they wish sometimes, I wish I was never this beautiful. If it has to come with all of this, and your baby wasn't having an identity crisis, that energy is different. Because there's some people who are beautiful and they have an identity crisis. They do. They feel ugly within, but your child didn't. It was a projection that someone was projecting on your baby. That energy is different. Your child knew they was beautiful. Your child knew that they was worthy. Your child knew that they are loved and respected. But certain individuals came around your baby, made them feel like they wasn't supposed to be their authentic self. How do you protect your baby from that mindset? Besides telling them don't worry about them fools. Until one day, God forbid, you get a phone call, hold on one second, your baby's on the news. Trying to figure out your train of thought, like, hold on one second. How did this happen? All because the next child, somebody's child, and then when you look at these children, they're decent looking children, but they're just having their own identity crisis when it comes to confidence and being an authentic self. So they decide to bully your child because your child has confidence, something that they can't relate to. So they want to abuse your baby. It's not the norm, and it shouldn't be the norm. You know, bullyism has been going on for so many years and within the schoolhouse. It has. And it's so sad that people who take care of their children, and it's some that don't, that are put in situations that, hold on one second. Some children don't get heard, but the ones that do get heard, they parents are showing up. And it's sad for the ones who don't get heard. Imagine someone not being able to defend that baby that went into that schoolhouse. And you just saw what just happened in the schoolhouse when you went to go pick up your baby, that someone was being bullied. And the tears that fell from your face, like, hold on one second, that couldn't be my baby. Why are they bullying his baby for? Right in front of your face. And then you trying to defend somebody else's child, and they say that's not your problem. And you sit there and say, wow. Because you stood up for somebody else's child. Because somebody else couldn't be a parent to their own child. This type of stuff happens. It does. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Some people don't invest the bond in with their children, but some people do. And the ones that do, I say this respectfully. I know you can't protect your baby on the clock always. I understand that. But check in with your child mentally. Because there's conversations that may need to be had on a regular because of jealousy and envy. And your child should be aware of these signs. Because what children do, and I say this respectfully, they brush it off like, okay, whatever. Whatever. You'll be all right. You're just in your feelings. But there should be no reason why your child gets into a fist fight because the other child bullied your child and your child was standing up for themselves. And then it gets to a point, because this type of stuff does happen, you'd be so surprised who works where and how certain things just played out. And you're trying to figure out your train of thought. How did my baby end up in the system? All because someone was miserable. Someone was a hater. Someone was jealousy, envy. And they didn't want your child to be in society because of their beauty, because of their gifts. Something that you created. Something that you created. You know, went from caterpillar to a butterfly, so beautiful. Something relatable. When you look down, I know your baby's not an animal or an insect, but that's still part of you, what you created. And you would never understand how someone can hurt part of you. To abandon yourself when you're trying to love yourself to better your health so you can be there for your baby. All because of jealousy and envy. Because someone lacks self-control. In some cases, and I say this respectfully, some children are not taught these behaviors. They're not. In the household, some children are not taught these behaviors. But when it becomes the norm of seeing these type of behaviors, certain children feel like it's the norm to move like this. And there's nothing cute or attractive about it. Hurting the next child. Because at the end of the day, and I say this respectfully, regardless how old you are, you still somebody's child. You know, some people relate on a different source when it comes to a mother and a father. You know, Heavenly Father, Heavenly Mother. Because someone doesn't have that authority figure in their life. Someone doesn't have that bond with their folks. And they're not doing it for likes and views or on cloud chasing. Energy is different. I know mothers that would tear them up inside. Not to say they love their baby. Not to say they acknowledge their baby. To hear someone else go through what they go through. Like, how could a parent do that? I love my children. I would do anything for my child. I wouldn't be able to go a day without telling my child I love them and I care about them. I'm here for them. I got their back, regardless of what they're going through. When days they don't know how. They feel a little blindsided, but I got their back. No, they're not emotionally unstable. That's how society would project them to be, labeling. But everybody's walk of life ain't the same. When you respect your neighbor without hidden agendas. My content is not for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a first-time parent or not. No mother or father should have to endure this type of behavior. You shouldn't get a phone call because someone doesn't have self-control. Someone's having an identity crisis. Someone is truly having a mental health breakdown. You know, they label mental health all different types of shapes and form in different ways. But then they label the innocent person as being an authentic self and they ain't got to put hands on somebody, a diagnosis. But that was then, the person that's going up against your baby gets to walk away. Like nothing even happened. And you trying to get justice for your child. You know how many mothers and fathers are still waiting for justice for their baby? And they don't understand how? Why is my child still a number to you? When I gave them a name. I asked God to cover my baby. When I brought them into this world to see they smile. It didn't matter what they was diagnosed with. That's my baby. I'm holding it down. I would never want somebody to hurt my baby, to shed tears. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. You raised your child to do whatever they wanted to do in life. In the most healthiest way, let's say that. They could be a doctor, they could be a basketball player, football player, whatever sports, you put a name in your book. And only to find out that jealousy and envy was going to play a part in your child's life when it came to their career. You told your child they could be whatever they wanted to be. You did. You said, I'm going to root for you. Some parents don't root for their babies. But you was your biggest child cheerleader. You was your biggest child's cheerleader. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding days. Because they win games and they lose games. And that emotional support, you was able to show up. And because you was able to show up for your child when it came to their gifts, even when they started to learn, to practice, to go with them, because you know what you tell your child is practice makes perfect when it comes to your world. So you want to get good at something, you got to show up. You want to believe in yourself, you got to show up. I'm going to be your support system all the way through. But who would have knew that someone would have came into your child's life or someone would have been on the sideline watching your baby elevate and they have ill intentions because someone saw your child as a race and because someone wasn't prospering in their life, they wanted to psych your baby out their own free will because your child believed in their faith. You know how when your child, from a certain point of view, when they were little, they had the basketball, the football, the volleyball, or whatever the case may be, the tennis balls and the tennis rackets or whatever the case may be. They said, I'm going to be somebody one day. I'm going to be somebody one day. And my name is going to be everywhere. You know, you be telling your child like, yeah, yeah, oh, we just pray and hope. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to support you though. Only for someone to see your child's potential. And they painted your baby out to be the issue. They wanted your baby to catch a case, all because your baby had potential. They didn't want your baby to elevate, because they was putting your child in a race, and your child was never part of it, but your child still surpassed them, because they understood their conscience when it came to elevation and truly looked good, because you knew how to respect your baby, to love your baby, unconditional love. And it should never have to wait till you get a phone call to find out, hold on 1 second, someone had hate in their heart, let alone they didn't have a heart. Someone had ill intentions not to see a baby elevate. And now you on your way to the ER. How did that happen so fast? You was just laughing and joking around with your baby before they hung up the phone. They put a smile on your face when you was having a bad day. Understanding your existence when you was dealing with depression. But your baby truly brought you peace. And only for someone to come into your baby's life, to mislead them, to disrespect them, to try to humble them. When your baby was already humble. They understood confidence. Something that person couldn't relate to. Was adjusting their pain. So they wanted to dim your baby's light to project pain. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. But no mother or father should get that phone call, regardless of how old their baby is, because of jealousy and envy. Because of jealousy and envy. It was really real. And when you a mother and a father that's not operating out of hate, and you know how you truly operate on an every single day basis, you want everybody to understand and to relate, to love themselves and find peace within and get their life together. Like, you don't wish bad intentions on nobody. Because you truly fall from a hater. You want everybody around you to elevate, regardless if you know them or not. But we all not the same. We're not. And you're not deserving of that phone call. They want you to relate. They want you to lose yourself. All because of the fact that they don't want your baby to see another day. No mother should have to deal with a broken heart. No father should have to deal with a broken heart. There's some parents that are actually stand-up parents. There are. And there's some that are not. There should be no reason why a child should have to force their parent to be in their life. No child should have to force their parent to be in their life. It ain't there for everybody else. That baby never heard I love you. That baby was never protected. Even regardless of how clean that baby was. When it comes to their hygiene. You'd be so surprised what's going on in the background when it comes to one-sided noise. Or because someone got controlling it, they was able to control the narrative of that child's point of view. Everybody looking at that baby like they was crazy, all because they spoke up for themselves in the most healthiest way. They tried to dim that baby's light. It wasn't an even exchange. My content is not for everyone. Nobody loved one should have to endure this type of pain. Nobody. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. I am not signed to anybody. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're supposed to live in fear because they threaten your life. And all you was doing was being your authentic self. You was cheering everybody on, and they was trying to do you wrong. All because they saw that you actually had potential, and they pointed you out to be the issue, saying that you was a copycat. But it didn't make sense when it came to reality. Hold on 1 second. Someone's mask fell low, but hidden agendas. Only to realize you can't duplicate original. When an innocent person understood their potential, they was in their own lane when it came to society. They didn't have to lack pain, because they truly went within and held their charm in pain. So they never put them in competition, only to realize they couldn't relate. How you put someone in competition but you couldn't even keep up with your own race? How someone is still elevating every single day. So you try to dim they like, you know what? Let me like you at your own free will. So nobody will ever believe in you. My content is not for everybody. Always be yourself with no malicious intention. I say that respectfully. No mother or father, and I say this respectfully, regardless if it's a single family household or not. When your child goes outside in the street or whatever the case may be, they're going outside to have a good time. It should be no reason why someone is slipping something in a drink. It should be no reason why someone is slipping something inside a substance that they're taking. It shouldn't be. Because of jealousy and hate. Or it take a group of people to go against one person. Hold on 1 second. I don't want them to ever think straight. You could teach your child good all day long. But who would have knew somebody was going to put something in their drink? So they won't understand their own existence. And you can't relate to your love language that you have for your baby, because you got to get to know the new side of them. Or because someone lacks self-control. Someone's having an identity crisis. They wanted to be like your baby. And your baby wasn't out here hurting nobody. He respected everybody. Your child was far from a hater, even days when they couldn't see. Even days when they shed tears. They wasn't emotionally unstable. They was just understanding their feelings to express. And you was able to hold them and let them know that they are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. It's not, and that's okay. But no mother or father should have to get a phone call because of jealousy and envy. And I say that respectfully. No mother or father should get that phone call because of jealousy and envy. It doesn't matter how old your baby is. And you shouldn't have to endure that as well. Imagine you go into a Pacific store every single day. You're familiar with the faces. You're so familiar with all the faces. And then one Pacific day that you go into the store, and only for you to find out someone was jealous this whole entire time. You could have been going to that store for over 5, 6, 7 years, 10 years, and only to find out they couldn't wait to get you in your comfortable position. You went home. You ate your food, you had a little drink. You didn't think nothing of it because you trusted people that you gave your money to, only to realize they didn't want you to understand your own existence. But who you praised to, they removed whatever was within you. Everybody doesn't have that protection. You had to reevaluate your digestive system. It had to come all the way up to be restored. And then you're walking around the neighborhood. You're walking around going back into that same store. At first, you didn't realize what was going on until, hold on 1 second, the math actually started to make sense. They try to suck at your own free will. They trying to figure out why didn't it not work? Why? It worked on the last person. Why ain't work on you? And it's not an even exchange if they try to do it to your baby, to project pain, only to get you back. It's not right. No mother or father should have to get a phone call. You just bought your child a sandwich from the store. And now you're running up to the ER trying to figure out your train of thought, like what could it have possibly be? It must be something little or something. Only to find out it's not. Someone just tried to suck your child their own free will. All because they lacked self-control. All because they was jealous and envy. Did it matter how old this person was? No, it did not. Because you'd be so surprised when it comes to certain adults. They see you taking care of your child. They seen that you're providing regardless if you're a single mother or not. They don't understand how. How do you maintain a roof over your head? How do you maintain to love your child properly and your household's divided, but y'all moving accordingly, comfortably, loving each other most healthiest way, not disrespecting each other, causing chaos and confusion in your household? They swear up and down everybody's households has to be upside down, but it's not. Everybody's household is not upside down. It's called balance. When you have balance in your household, they would never understand what self-control looks like up close in person. And you don't have to have hidden agendas. You understood your vision when it came to your plan. You matter, you're worthy. And you matter, you're worthy of seeing another day. When someone didn't even want you to see your own existence, or let alone, they didn't want you to relate to your own love language because they couldn't get to you, so they try to get to your baby, to hurt you. This type of stuff happens, and it's not the norm. It's not. Your child's a good kid. And even when it comes to you, you had your fair share of your upbringing. But that's not how you live today. And that's not how you've been living for the last couple of years. When it comes to your past, you actually changed. Some people don't change, but some people do. Understand that elevation, hold on one second, it became true. How growth looks good on you. When it come to confidence, you didn't self-destruct another day. You understood that, hold on one second, I am worthy. I truly choosing me. Not to overlook me or hurt myself with my own words. I truly found peace within. Finding self-love within. Being patient with time when it comes to change. They would never understand your existence today. You matter, you're worthy. I'm not your genuine love respect. I am the original owner of Not Your Respect content, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Never allow someone to project fear on you. They told you to get your life together. That's what you went within to do. The proper healing to choose you. That judge said, I don't want to see you again, or it's going to be consequences. So you understood, hold on one second, I'm changing my life for all the right reasons. I ain't trying to dim my light. But my neighbor don't want me to move accordingly to actually love me. When you really start to get your life together and change for the better, never forget why you showed up for you. Never forget why certain doors in your life was closed for all the right reasons. Never forget why certain people was removed out of your life for all the right reasons. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. You matter and you are worthy. It's some folks that may not relate to what I'm talking about, but that's okay because you're not for me. And that's okay. You know, when the right people walk into your life, they're far from haters. They truly want you to elevate. They're not trying to distract you, to abuse you, to manipulate you. They walk into your life to show you at the end of the day you are worthy to treat yourself right, regardless who gave up when you overlooked you during your journey. With certain doors closing your life for all the right reasons, you wasn't running from your past because you knew how to take accountability for your actions. That energy is different. When you wasn't trying to hurt nobody, regardless of the paint they paint, they try to throw your past in your face with hidden agendas, all because you believe in your faith and you wasn't a mistake, regardless who didn't love you properly or respect you. But certain doors is closing your life for all the right reasons. Confidence is looking good on you. Don't dim your light. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. You know, when you're truly far from a hater, you give credit when it's due. You respect your neighbor, and you ain't gotta have malicious intentions. You was only moving accordingly. They paint you out to be the issue, all because all because you had confidence to be your authentic self, something that they couldn't relate to. So they try to adjust your feelings so you won't go within. To understand how you balance your smile, to understand your existence, that you are somebody. You mad and you're worthy. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. It should be no reason why someone is jealous or envious of someone who's more gifted than the next person. Just because you may not be gifted than the next person, that does not mean go out your way to humiliate somebody. That does not mean go out your way to sex them out their own free will when it comes to their existence. And then you got all this hate and animosity within you because someone understood to go within and understand that they are worthy. You are beautiful. You are handsome. I don't care what they were saying in the background, how you look like an animal. Just because you may not be eye appealing to somebody, you're eye appealing to the right people that's truly for you. And I say that respectfully. They can call you an ape, a monkey, or whatever the case may be all day long. But they're bothered by the fact that you have confidence to be your authentic self. But they secretly put you in a competition. And they had hidden agendas to have a whole community go against you. They had to tap your devices. They had to gang stalk you. But they painted you out to be ugly though, right? You must be doing something right. How God created you to be. A beautiful gift a mother and father created. It wasn't just beauty in the eyes to that parent's appealing. That's they say what? That's only a face a mother could love, a face a father could love only. Everybody's beautiful and handsome in their own special way. They are. So never allow someone to make you feel like you gotta doubt your own beauty. Because you are beautiful and you are handsome. And you are worthy of choosing you. And you are loved and respected by all the right people that is truly for you. You may have been abandoned. You may not have heard, I love you. You may not have had the proper protection, being protected. But you are loved by all the right people with no malicious intentions. And you are respected by all the right people. When they ain't gotta put you in competition to be the issue. Because hate and animosity is not in an innocent person's vision. When they actually acknowledge you that day the most healthiest way. Hi, neighbor. Pleasure to meet you. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I may not make sense to you, but who's truly for me? Respect's a two-way street. I'm not aging your love respect. Everybody's not supposed to be part of your journey, but it's not a crime to show respect to your neighbor. Good day, bad day, or a misunderstanding day. When you truly fall from a copycat, you understood your vision when it came to your lens. You understood self-control even when they painted you out to be somebody you truly wasn't. Only to project pain. It wasn't an even exchange. You didn't have to get out of character. You let alone throw hands with somebody. because they painted you out to be something you truly wasn't. It wasn't a crime to say, excuse me, no thank you. I'm not trying to cause no drama or let alone have malicious intentions to hurt my neighbor. You wasn't wrong for that. You wasn't wrong. And especially when you live in a community and folks is bullying you. It's okay to speak up for yourself. But when you ain't trying to put your hands on nobody, you ain't out here kicking nobody, you ain't out here spitting on nobody, the energy is different. When they wanted you to lose self-control. But it was never within you. You just stood up for yourself, as you should. And you moved accordingly. You matter and you are worthy. Do not give up on yourself. And never allow someone to make you feel like you're supposed to live in fear. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regards to whatever documentations they feel like they gotta make up to pay me out to be the bad guy or their story when it come to being a villain. That was never the case. I respected my neighbor even when they couldn't see. They would try to project pain. It wasn't an even exchange. Folks be swinging you, talking about like a bad habit when you wasn't trying to catch a case. You was just in your own lane, elevating, understanding rotation when it came to self-love, confidence. Hold on 1 second. It truly looks good on you when it comes to growth. The energy is different. It's not a crime to be your authentic self. You know where you came from. You know where you've been. Overlooking yourself another day. That truly wasn't part of the plan. Confidence looking on you today. I gotta go. I should appreciate the time to the genuine ones. I say this respectfully. Always be yourself. When you're not trying to be like nobody else but you, and you truly fall from a copycat, they're gonna paint you out to be somebody you're truly not. Or because they don't want you to elevate faster than them. The energy is different. Folks be hiding behind a fake page, trying to humiliate you. It wasn't an even exchange. They try to project pain, saying that you having an identity crisis, saying that you a copycat, but that was never the case. You just knew how to respect your neighbor, not to project pain. It was a one-sided conversation that they forgot to talk about. Here, you sent that message, but hold on 1 second. What happened to relating, going back and forth? It really be the thought process, how you gotta make a fake page and say something. Hold on 1 second! Neighbor, 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 neighbor. I'll paint you out to be something you're truly not. And I'll make sure nobody believes you too. To understand your point of view. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But this type of stuff happens every single day when you least expect it. It may not be happening in your household, but it's happening in someone else's household. And I say that respectfully. When someone has malicious intentions, the envy and the jealousy was real, projected on an innocent person, so they won't maintain a smile. But the innocent person was never in competition with nobody. They just knew how to respect their neighbor. They wasn't having an excuse to love themselves, to understand their love language. Something that folks couldn't relate to. Just being their authentic self. I'm not here genuine love respect. Peace to respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Humanity worthy. I gotta go. I need a nap. Be yourself, love yourself, never dim your light. Hold on 1 second. When you maintain your smile, they try to dim your light. When you maintain your smile, they try to dim your light. Oh, because of the fact that you wasn't giving up on yourself. You understood. Hold on 1 second. I am worthy of showing up for me today. Thank you, God, for being patient with me, allowing me to see another day. The energy is different. The enemy tried to go up against me. They come in all different shapes and sizes. But I understood to have self-control because I wasn't trying to lose myself another day because I know how it feels to be my own worst enemy. When I understood growth, actions spoke louder than words. I held the goal within to be my authentic self. I say this respectfully. If you're talented, doesn't matter if you know how to do artwork or if you're a poet or an actor, whatever type of artist. Just put your work out there. Whoever's for you, they're going to show up for you. And I say that respectfully. It's not a handbook given to you when you're being your authentic self. Folks gonna relate to you, actually see you, not to overlook you. Just put the work out there. It's all different types of platforms. The one that you truly feel comfortable with is truly gonna show up for you. And I say that respectfully. The energy is different. You man and you're worthy. Don't give up on your dreams. And there's no need to be a hater, and I say that respectfully, because you wouldn't want somebody to project it on your baby. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the vine. She man, you're working when your dreams come true. Hold on 1 second. They would never understand how you didn't overlook you. Always be yourself. Loving yourself is not a crime, and healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. Confidence is looking good on you today. Thank you for your time. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Have a good day.